Hugh coming at me full speed with the claws out. I mean, it's one of the scariest things you'll ever see.
Who needs therapy when you have this character?
Yeah, well put. There's the quote of the junket.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, BD.
Yes.
Deadpool Wolverine, it's so good to see you. We talked this into fruition at the Adam Project, junket, didn't we?
All right.
I feel like it might have started with you.
You were the connective tissue.
Continue. Okay.
Thank you.
Ryan, you have tweeted about how this movie meant you got to work with your best friend. Naturally, we all go, Hugh Jackman's back. That means you're working with Hugh Jackman. There's theories. Maybe your other best friend, Blake, could be involved. Hypothetically, if she were, what would it mean to you to work with your best friend, Blake, on a project like Deadpool and Wolverine?
Well, she's not half the friend that Hugh is. What? Hey, we haven't even started rolling yet. Don't worry. It's okay. I'll get all performative in a second. All right? Arrangementship.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And we predate. Our relationship predates.
Yeah,
so
totally.
it's understandable.
He was there first. I don't know. I would love to. The old days, they all got to work together, hanging out. You got Spencer, Tracy, and you Catherine Hepburn. And
the Rat Packs.
Yeah, that's it. Nice. That'd be nice. I'd love to work with Blake. I'd love that. I can't afford her fee, but I would love that.
That's fair. Hugh, I remember when the first X-Men came out, I was 9 years old. And I fell in love with I just fell in love with that world. I fell in love with the characters. And then 8 years later, the MCU came along. I fell in love with that world too. Iron Man, the Avengers, all of them.
Hugh, what was the Big Bang like?
Hot.
That's what kind of made me realize what movie rights are. Because I was like, oh, that's why the Avengers can't meet the X-Men. Now they can.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, when you were a part of those movies, thousands of years ago, what were you? Did you have those thoughts back then? Like, oh, it would be so cool to have this happen. And do you kind of hope that's the direction it's going now? Maybe.
Yes, to the first question, and who knows? I'm sure they're all sort of folded in together. So who knows where that's going, or where Kevin Feige and the whole team have planned. I'm avoiding that answer.
Yeah, that was good avoidance.
Thanks.
Do you want to move down the line so I can avoid it?
I mean, you're directing Secret Wars according to the internet.
The internet is amazing. I've learned so many things from the internet.
I'm 6 foot on the internet.
Yeah, I'm
That's kayfabe.
Jesus, Hugh.
WWE.
If you're going to say it's 6'2" on the internet.
Wow.
But yes, I'm directing like 98 movies next year.
Congratulations.
I guess anything's possible now. What we loved is we got to take these characters, tell a story with them together, and bring them into the MCU together. And I just feel like the luckiest filmmaker in the world.
That's enough. That's enough. We feel good about that. Also, the idea that they allowed us to make a movie that wasn't in any way a commercial for another movie, that it got to just be its own, adventure with a beginning, a middle, and an end. And, you get to watch a film and walk out utterly satisfied. And if we've done our job right, they're gonna be happier than they've been at inside any movie theater for a very, very long time.
I've seen 35 minutes, and it might be the best movie I've seen this year already. So I can't wait to see the whole thing.
Wait till you see the other
Shawn,
3 minutes.
every once in a while, a casting comes along, and especially in like these superhero worlds where you'd say nobody else can play that part. Ryan with Deadpool, Hugh with Wolverine.
Yeah.
So having worked with them and knowing them both so well, how much of Ryan is Deadpool and how much of Deadpool is Ryan at this point? And the same with Hugh. How much of Hugh has become Wolverine and how much of Wolverine has become Hugh?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question. I feel like, to your point, there's been a bunch of Superman, bunch of Batman, bunch of Spideys, one of one. One of one. And it's because these guys there's something in them. For Ryan, I just think that the speed of Wade Wilson's mouth and mind, nobody has that RPM level like Ryan Reynolds' brain. It's remarkable, and it's very Merc with the mouth perfection. With Hugh, it's a little bit different because Hugh is anything but raging. Hugh is the sweetest, kindest person I know. But there's a reservoir of darkness, a reservoir of
when you suppress something so long.
Yes, when it comes out, schnick, it's coming out.
Yes.
Hugh coming at me full speed with the claws out. I mean, it's one of the scariest things you'll ever see.
Who needs therapy when you have this character?
Yeah, well put. There's the quote of the junket.
Yeah, done.
Oh, you guys had no fun working on this, I can tell. Well, thank you so much. I cannot wait to see the whole movie. Thank you so much for the time, guys.